Hello and welcome to this OpenDungeons 0.5.0 tutorial. I'm Aiken from the OpenDungeons development team, and this tutorial is meant to show you the basic gameplay concepts so that you can get started playing the game, because we currently lack an in-game tutorial. So the main menu is pretty straightforward. You have typical entries, play a single player aka skirmish game. To load a save game, you can host a multiplayer game or join an existing game. You have a map editor to play with, and a replay feature to replay previously recorded games. So let's get started with skirmish. So you have a bunch of levels, some are test levels and others are more real levels. So we'll start with Greed or Might. Will you go for riches and build a stronghold, or be the cunning one and strike in the dark? Okay, that sounds ominous. So we click start game and we see the seat configuration screen. So here we can see that there are 3 players. All are playing the keeper faction and 2 are AIs, 1 is a human player with different teams. So for some levels you can configure more of them, more stuff, change the team affectations and things like that. For this one we can only change the place of player to choose our seat. So let's put an AI in seat 1 and play in seat 2. So here is the main OpenDungeons interface. So the UI looks a bit tiny on my screen because I have a high resolution screen, but you can choose that when you start the game. So let's get started by explaining the interface elements. So here is the amount of gold that you have. Here is your mana that can be used to summon workers or to use the Call to War spell. Currently those are the only 2 uses for mana, but it will change in future releases. Here it's your claim territory, so it's the number of tiles that you own. So currently we have 18, that is 9 tiles under our portal and 9 tiles under our dungeon temple. Dungeon temple is the heart of the dungeon. If it's destroyed, you lose. And the portal is a structure that spawns creatures regularly, so you can see creatures just keep coming to your dungeons because, oh yay, a new evil keeper, let's have some fun there. And here is the number of creatures that you own, though it only registers fighting creatures. Workers are not counted in there, and currently we have 3 fighters out of 15. 4 right now. Here is the button to toggle the help screen, so it provides a quick help in text that will cover some of the stuff that I'm talking about right now. So feel free to have a look and you'll have a better understanding of the game with that. And here is the options menu. So in the options menu you can see that there is a window for your objectives, for researches, we'll explain that later. You can save the game, and yeah, you can load the game, but currently it's not implemented to load a game from a game. You can just do that from the main menu. There will also be a settings window, but currently it's not implemented. And you can quit the game. We don't want to do that, so we close the window. Here you can see the minimap, and this button leads you to the research tree and the objectives window, so just like when we were in the options menu. The objectives window currently it's pretty basic because we are still developing the game and not really playing around with objectives. So kill an enemy creature, all enemy creatures, temples and portals, and claim lots of tiles, and then we have completed some pretty simple goals. It's not really relevant for now. I'll explain the research tree later. Then the main interesting part is these 4 tabs that enable you to build structures, to build rooms, traps, to use spells, and to handle your creatures, because you can't micromanage creatures, but we have some tools that can help you handle your dungeon. Okay, so that's for the basics. So in the rooms you have the treasury room, a dormitory, which is sleeping places for your creatures, because creatures grow tired, they also lose health, so they can go to their dormitory to sleep and regenerate health. You can build a hatchery, which spawns chickens so that your creatures can eat, because they also grow hungry. And then you can have a library where your intelligent creatures, so basically not the one that we're having now, can research more stuff, so more rooms, more traps, more spells. So in the traps we have nothing. I forgot to explain, this button is used to destroy a structure and return parts of its price. So you can destroy a trap or destroy a room. In the spells we only have the summon a worker spell for now, and we'll use it so that we have a worker and it will start working. Up, I click, left click on a claim tile, and that summons a worker. You can see that it shows its price in brackets. It's a price in mana, so every worker costs double the price of the previous worker, so you are limited by the actual mana that you own. Currently I own 25,000, so I can summon a good deal of workers. Okay, now it's red, I can summon more for now. When my workers have nothing to do, this claim tiles, ground tiles, so that I can build structures upon it. And then they claim walls to fortify my dungeon. So currently it's not really useful because I want to expand my dungeon, so it will bother me that they claim walls. But I can't really micromanage them, so it's like that. I have to build them. To destroy them, sorry. So I was on to explaining the interface. I think I'm done with the UI. Now to the camera movement. You can move the camera around by using the arrow keys. You can also use WASD, and you can turn the camera just like I did with the Q and E keys, so left, right. You can also tilt the camera with the page up and page down keys. And you can cycle through predefined views with the V key. Isometric view, top down, and the default view. So I'll start by digging so that I can get some gold. So your workers can dig. To order them to dig structures, to dig dirt or gold, you have to left click on tiles. So I'm left clicking and then it's marking the tiles to dig. You can also select with drag and drop. So I left click, I select an area, and then I release the mouse button and my workers know that they have to dig this part. I want them to dig this small patch of gold too, and okay, let's just clear all that area. You can study interesting dungeon layouts by yourself. Currently I'm just showing the basics. So my workers, the priority for workers is to dig gold and then to dig dirt if there is no gold to dig, and afterwards they start claiming tiles. So right now I want them to clear this part and then claim the tiles so that I can build some rooms. my fighting creatures, they are just, yeah, having fun, doing nothing. So here I get a message saying that no treasury is available, you should build a bigger one. So I haven't built a treasury yet, so I can't put my gold anywhere. So here I can click treasury, and I have no gold, but hopefully the first treasury tile is free. So I build one treasury tile, then my workers will start grabbing the gold, deposit here, then I can build more treasury tile. I'll just circle this with treasury tiles so that I can store my gold. And it's payday, so most of my creatures just came and took some of my gold. So it's pretty annoying, but it's like that. Those creatures want to be paid. So I'll start building lodgings for them, a dormitory, and then every creature comes and drops its bed, so their favorite place to sleep. Then I'll build a hatchery so that my creatures can actually have food. Oh, okay, I don't have that much money, so I can build a small hatchery, but it's too small to produce anything, so I need to go and fetch more gold. So let's get this way, grab that, maybe this way, grab these patches of gold. Oh, there's lots of gold there. So maybe afterwards I can try to go and grab that here, catch that on the way. Okay, plenty of gold to do stuff with. So here they're bringing some gold to the home base, and I will be able to expand my hatchery. An interesting concept in OD is that most rooms, apart from the dormitory, are using what we call active spots. So an active spot is a place where a creature will be able to do some work, for example, and it's usually must be in the middle of a 3x3 place. So if I build a 3x3 hatchery, I get one active spot in the middle. If I expand it to 5x3, I get two active spots. But if I expand it to 5x4, I don't get anything more. So I need to make sure my rooms are 3x3, 3x5, 5x5, for example. Even numbers are not really useful for a successful dungeon. So now I have 4 hatcheries. That's great. I want a library now. So let's get started and make a 3x3 library. Actually make it 5x3 so that I can have 2 creatures working in my library. So my intelligent creatures will start working in the library, but sadly I have no intelligent creature, so I'm going to sacrifice some of them by slapping them with the right mouse button. So let's sacrifice this guy. I like that. Okay, he's dead. Let's sacrifice this one. So yeah, the creatures spawning mechanism. Creatures come regularly through the portal until you've reached the limit for your creatures pool. And the bigger your base, the stronger the creatures that you will get. So right now I've got a wyvern, which is an intelligent creature and can work on doing some research. So what is it? What is this research thing? So you can see I've built all the rooms that I had available. I have no traps, So I need to research stuff to build a stronger base. Let's just expand the library. So I click the research tree and I can see that I have some researches that are already completed. So I have treasury, hatchery, dormitory, the summon worker spell, and the library. And then I have additional buildings, traps and spells that I need to research. So the research advancement is shown by the small icon here. So the tick is to tell that it's done. So I just got the training hall room. It's now ticked. This one means that the research is in progress. And let's just move that around. We'll see that when it's in progress, when it's researched but not available yet, it has a red flag. So let's make some room for a training room. And for an additional building afterwards. Let's just do it like that. And maybe one here. Currently no one is doing research, so it doesn't progress. Let's just left click a creature to grab it, and then I right click to force it somewhere, to force it doing some work. So here it starts doing some research because I forced it to do it. You can also do the same with workers and force them to do something. So I grab this one, I drop him here, and he starts claiming tiles. So you see here, this research is done, but I can't use it yet. I have a book here that needs to be brought to my dungeon temple by a worker, so that I can actually use this new improvement. So what I just did was zooming in with the mouse wheel. It's pretty simple. Okay, for researches. For now, researches are automatic. You'll be able to choose what you want to research, and there will be more stuff to research actually in future releases. So here I can build my training hall. I lack money, so I can build a big one. I just built a small training hall, and let's try to get some more money. Lots of money here. I haven't shown the map, so what I haven't seen is covered by a fog of war. So basically everything is dirt, apart from places where I know I can sense with my evil aura that there is gold. So you can see on the minimap the shape of the map. Basically it's a round shaped map with lots of gold everywhere. So, okay, my kobolds just dug into a dangerous place where there is a dragon. So, I need to fight this dragon. What can I do? I just researched a spell that is named Call to War. So I cast it here. I cast it here with left click, and then it will, and I will try to save my creatures actually. Oops. Come on, kobolds, just don't go dying, or whatever. I'm an evil keeper, they can die. I have plenty of mana to call new creatures. So the Call to War spell orders my creatures to move here, and then they will start fighting this big dragon. I have pretty basic creatures right now, so I hope that will be sufficient. You can also left click a creature, drop it, so that it's quicker. Okay, the dragon is busy, so I can start digging gold. I'll just be careful not to engage the second dragon. So looks like there is some some dirt here that protects me. So I'm about to kill this dragon here. Its health is shown by the marker on top of it, which shows now it has about 1/4 of its maximum health. So it's fleeing. So another useful tip is to use this in the creatures tab. You can grab an inactive worker in your hand with this button, or grab a fighter with this button. So I'll just grab lots of fighters. Okay, I click lots of times, and then I drop them on the dragons to try to finish him off before he runs. Some of my creatures are badly damaged, so they are running to their dormitory to rest a bit. So this one is hard to kill, but eventually I might succeed. I now have a bit more gold, so I will expand my treasury room. My training hall, sorry. Okay, yeah, too small for that. Come on, guy. The good thing is that he killed most of my low-level creatures, so I'll probably start getting more powerful creatures, though I'm probably lacking some space for their dormitories, so I'll just add some here. Creatures can train in the training hall and gain some levels, so this one is level 5 because it spent some time building up its muscles. Okay, let's give another attempt at a massive call to war. And it seems I have no workers more, so I will summon some more workers with my mana so that they can dig my gold. Oh shit. This was in the fog of war, so I thought there were patches of dirt, but actually I'm right in front of the dragon. So let's grab as much gold as we can and just avoid the dragon. Looks like I killed the other one. That's good. So I place my training hall as soon as I have money. Done. I have plenty of money, so I'll start building a new building that I researched. You can see here that I just got the spike trap researched on. So the workshop is the place where creatures will actually build my traps. So how do traps work? You can see here that I have 2 types of traps currently. So let's put a trap here, cannon trap, and a spike trap, 2 spike traps, to try to, yeah, maybe it could help fighting this dragon. So you can see here that the traps are deemed. They are not installed yet. It's just where they will be placed. They need to be crafted first in the workshop and then brought to their target location by workers. So here I have a goblin who looks to be interested in working in the workshop. So here he's doing some work. Hopefully he'll build my traps. And that's about it for this small preview. It's a pretty big map, so it might take some time if I wanted to show everything. You can see here my trap was crafted, so now the worker will bring it there. So back to the options menu, F10, I can save the game. Map saved successfully, and now I can quit the game.